Imagine you have just been assigned to lead a joint project with a team based in Dubai. Your new colleagues are polite, warm, and clearly intelligent, and yet somehow things keep going slightly sideways. The meeting you expected to last 1 hour stretches to three. A deal that seemed agreed in principle quietly stalls. You are offered tea before any business is discussed. And when you try to move straight to the agenda, you sense a subtle but unmistakable chill. Nothing has gone catastrophically wrong, but something is off, and you are not sure what. This is one of the most common experiences Western professionals have when working across the Middle East for the first time. And it is almost never about bad intentions on either side. It is about two different frameworks for how professional life works and what it means to build a relationship before you build a deal. Hi, my name is Yavar Dehghani. I'm a PhD linguist, a cross-cultural educator, and the author of Working with Middle Eastern Colleagues, a cultural guide for Western professionals. This video is an introduction to what the book covers and why it matters. The Middle East is one of the world's most consequential business regions. From the financial centers to the ancient trading corridors of Levant, from the energy of Tehran to the institutional depth of Cairo, this region shapes global energy markets, financial flows, logistics, networks, and diplomatic agendas. Western professionals increasingly find themselves working alongside colleagues from this part of the world, in person, across digital channels, or as part of multinational teams where cultural fluency is as important as technical skills. And yet, cultural training rarely keeps pace with business opportunity. Most professionals arrive at these partnerships with good intentions, but inadequate preparation. They know that culture matters. They have only a vague sense of how it matters. And they lack the specific practical knowledge to navigate it with confidence. This book aims to fill that gap, not with a list of stereotypes, but with a framework, a way of understanding the values, communication styles, and professional norms that are common across much of the region so that you can read situations accurately, avoid offense, and build the kind of trust that makes genuine collaboration possible. Let me share three ideas from the book that I consider the most important for any Western professionals to understand. The first one is this: relationships come before business. In most Western professional cultures, you build the relationship during the deal. In much of the Middle East, you build it before. The tea, the personal questions, the long meal before any agenda. These are not pleasantries to get through. They are the work. They are how trust is established. A professional who skips this phase is not seen as efficient. They are seen as untrustworthy. The second is the concept of faith and honor. The Arabic word for this is sharaf. The Persian equivalent is abaru. Across the region, honor is not merely personal, it is familiar and communal. To embarrass someone publicly, to correct them in front of their peers, to force them into a direct refusal, these are not just awkward moments. They can damage a relationship permanently. The book asks Western professionals to develop a different kind of honesty, one that is equally trustful but delivered in ways that protect the other person's dignity. The third is understanding indirect communication. In many Middle Eastern cultures, a direct no is considered impolite, so the no arrives differently. It arrives as inshallah, spoken without enthusiasm, as a subject change, as a meeting that keeps getting rescheduled, as warm agreement followed by no action. Learning to read these signals rather than taking the surface words at face value is one of the most practical skills the book develops. The book is structured in 3 parts. Part 1 is a 12-chapter professional field guide. It covers religion and daily life, including a practical guide to Ramadan in the workplace and how prayer times affect meeting schedules. It covers hierarchy and authority, gender dynamics and inclusion, hospitality and gift etiquettes, meetings and negotiations, and time, which operates very differently across the region than most Western professionals expect. There are also country by country snapshots covering Iran, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Egypt, Lebanon, Turkey, and more. And a full chapter on the most common pitfalls, the things that go wrong most often, and exactly how to avoid them. Part 2 is an A to Z comparison of Eastern and Western cultural norms, covering everything from how people address each other and how apologies work, to attitudes towards mental health, nursing homes, pets, and the concept of privacy. This section is one of the most practically useful parts of the book for anyone navigating daily life and long-term relationships across cultures. And part 3 is a set of practical tools, a glossary of intercultural communication terms, key Arabic and Persian phrases, cross-cultural do's and don'ts, and 2 self-assessment tools so you can measure your own cultural preparedness and test yourself on real scenarios. The introduction to this book ends with a sentence I want to share with you. Building a bridge is patient, careful work, but once it stands, it carries traffic in both directions. That's what this book is really about. Not just avoiding mistakes, though it will help you do that. Not just cultural sensitivity as to a box to tick, so it covers that too. it is about becoming the kind of professional who can walk into a room in Dubai or Tehran or Cairo and be genuinely present, curious, respectful, and prepared. The kind of professional who turns a colleague into a trusted partner. Working with Middle Eastern colleagues is available now on Amazon and in the link in the description below. Thank you for watching.